Hey guys, I want to share with you my very own recipe on how to make beef stroganoff pasta. It's very easy to make and I'm sure you and your family will love it. So watch till the end of the video. So the first thing that you need to do is to marinate the beef. As you can see, I have already cut the beef into sirloin cuts. Now it really depends on you on how you add the seasoning. The first that you need to put is the cayenne parents, maybe just a dash of that seasoning. The next thing is you need to put Mamacita's oyster sauce, maybe a tablespoon of oyster sauce. The next thing is you need to add, if you have that Knorr seasoning, just maybe a dash of it onto the beef. And then just add salt and pepper. And you need to marinate the beef for at least 30 to 45 minutes before cooking it. So you just have to mix it and make sure that all the seasoning is incorporated into the beef, and then set it aside while you prepare to boil your pasta. So in a pot of boiling water, you need to add at least a tablespoon of salt. Make sure that it dissolves first before adding the pasta. Now for this recipe, I will be using fettuccine pasta since it is very suitable for any white or cream based recipes. Now once your pasta is al dente, it is time for you to drop or blanch your broccoli into the pot. Now it only takes at least 3 to 5 minutes for your broccoli to cook, and make sure to strain it right away. Make sure not to overcook your broccoli. Now if you see that it already has like a vibrant green color, then it is time for you to drain your pasta and the broccoli. Now using a strainer, you need to drain all of the excess water from the pot. And at this point, you can also run faucet water into the broccoli and pasta. And if you like, you may also add a little bit of olive oil into your pasta and broccoli, just so it doesn't stick to each other. So let's just set this aside, and it's time for us to cook our cream. So now it's time for us to cook our beef. So in a saucepan, you need to add maybe a tablespoon of olive oil. You can also use any kind of cooking oil, but as for me, I just want it to be a little bit healthy. And then I'm also adding maybe a teaspoon or maybe a tablespoon of butter. Just mix it together. So now I'm using actually low fire for this saucepan. And then we will be adding our garlic. It's not that visible, sorry, but that's garlic actually. That's maybe 1.5 cloves of garlic, since I love putting garlic to my food in any recipes actually. So just mix it all together. Make sure not to overcook or over brown the garlic. Okay, just mix, 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 mix. And then at this point, you can already add the marinated beef. So just mix it all together. Make sure that you don't see any redness from the beef anymore. And then at this point, you can already put the mushrooms. I'm just using canned mushrooms for this recipe. You can also put a little bit of oyster sauce and also just mixing it. While mixing it, you can also add a little bit of the soy sauce. Yep, yes, I was using the Kikkoman soy sauce for this recipe. And also a little bit of the Knorr seasoning, just to enhance the flavor of the beef and the mushrooms and the garlic. Now I also like to use a little bit of sugar in most of my cooking since I just feel that it enhances the flavor of the recipes that I make. So now it's time for us to put the milk. I have used 1 cup of full fat milk, and at the same time I will be using 1 can of all-purpose cream. Make sure to put everything into the beef. So mix everything together, and at this point you can also add half a cup of shredded cheese. So now you've put all the ingredients together. Now it's time for you to cover your sauce and let it simmer for at least 10 minutes. So this is now the time for you to taste your sauce. So as you can see, the consistency is a little bit thick now. So it really depends on you if you want to add a little bit of salt, or as for me, I've put a little bit of sugar just to again enhance the flavor, and yes, a little bit of salt and pepper as well. So now we're done, yay! We now have our beef stroganoff pasta. Now I just have to plate this and serve this to my loved ones. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my videos, please like and subscribe.